If you like her results, but you don't like her habits and her routines, you're being delusional. And not the kind of delusion that takes you where you want to be and that gives you so much confidence. The delusion that keeps you stuck because you keep doing the same things but expect different results. And while you're stuck, you keep wondering why everyone else gets what they want, but you don't. You keep wondering how people are able to transform their lives. You keep wondering why it's not you getting the dream life. But we've all been there, spiraling on social media, spending countless hours on social media, watching other people's life, dreaming and wishing we could live their life. And doing all this, it just results in you not paying enough attention to yourself, not thinking to yourself how you can actually be this person that you want, how you can actually build this dream life. Constantly watching just keeps you in a state where it's just passive. You're looking at life like you don't have control. You're looking at your life like it's not you who can make the choices, who can make the changes, who can build routines, and who can build habits. You're looking at life from a very passive point of view. But what we need every now and then is a reality check. Do I like the idea of being her, or do I actually want to be her? Because those are two different things. We may want to look good, we may want to have the perfect skin, we may want to have the perfect job, perfect life, live in the perfect house, but do we really want to do every single thing that would ensure that those things are possible? Because it doesn't happen by mistake. You need to put in the work. So do we really want to put in the work? And if you can't stand the habits, then you don't deserve the results. It's as easy as that. So instead of constantly looking at other people wishing it was you, instead of constantly paying attention to other people, it is time to become your own dream girl. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about removing delusion from trying to be your dream girl. The delusion where you think you can get the results without putting in the work. I'm also going to talk about mindset shift to take you from who you are now to finally becoming your own dream girl. And of course, we have to reframe jealousy, because jealousy is such a powerful emotion and we have to use it to our own good instead of allowing it to affect us negatively. And then I'm also going to do a daily challenge section, because this is a very actionable step-by-step process. Hi everyone, it's Princess and you're watching or listening to Inspired Our Podcast. So for this episode, it has been on my mind for the longest time. Well, two things inspired this episode. Wanting the results, being on Pinterest, scrolling through social media, saving pictures, saving videos that we just love. And then from saving, we start to feel jealous. We start to realize that, wait, everyone is living a better life than me. Everyone has it solved. Most people have it better than me. So two things, scrolling and jealousy, and they work so hand in hand together. And the first thing that I want to just talk about is how sometimes too much scrolling can make us be delusional, because we only see what people choose to post, right? And it's completely fair. Like, nobody should subject themselves to posting what they don't feel comfortable posting just for your own peace of mind. But this has kind of made us addicted to the results. It has kind of made us addicted to just the beautiful life, the soft part of growth, and completely forget that there is so much work to put in order to get to where you want to be. We completely ignore that we actually have to get up and work. It's not by creating mood boards, or it's not by following certain type of people. It's by you making the conscious decision every single day. And if you're not intentional about it, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work out for you. So if you realize that you've been so envious of other people, or you realize that you're not moving forward in the way that you want to, or you're not moving towards being your own dream girl, it's probably because we just consume so much without actually doing. If everybody is consuming and nobody is doing, nobody is going to get to where they want to be. I'm trying to start doing this thing where if I watch a really, really profound video, instead of just saving it, I will force myself to finish it till the end, and I will write a little 1 or 2 sentences about it. And that's super difficult, trust me, because we're scrolling at the speed of light. So if you realize that you have so many mood boards but you never put anything to practice, this is your sign. What is one thing that you can do right now that would really make sure that you are putting these things to practice? And another way we are so delusional is that we never hold ourselves accountable. You might think, yeah, I'm putting in the work, yeah, I did that yesterday, or I'm going to do this tomorrow, but do you really think the amount of work you're putting in would get you where you want to be? This is such a harsh truth, but we have to think about it. If you want such big results, you have to also put in equal amount of effort. You can't expect something big and then put in something small. So if you think you're putting in the work but you're not there yet, really evaluate yourself. Really look back, be honest with yourself. Are you really putting in the work? Are you really doing every single thing that you possibly can? So without accountability and without putting in the work, you're just delusional, and that delusion would not take you anywhere. If you figure out that you're such a jealous person and you envy others so much, you can't even scroll without feeling irritated with yourself or without feeling unhappy on how your life is, don't worry, we've all been there. the first thing you should do is to treat this jealousy as guidance. Instead of looking at others and thinking it would never be you, look at others and know that if it happened for them, then it can definitely happen for you. Now they have shown you what's possible, and it's left to you to make it happen for yourself. So anytime you envy someone, ask yourself, what are they doing that I'm not doing? What are they doing that is making them get this result that I need to do more of, or that I need to even start doing? And once you start noticing these habits, instead of just noticing their results, then you're taking steps towards becoming someone that you're jealous of. So these habits are signs, these are signals of the things that you should start. So get curious. You should observe people, but don't get obsessed with them. And when you start observing instead of obsessing over people, you start to notice patterns. You start to notice the gaps in between you and them. You start to see every single thing the way they are, instead of just looking at their highlights reel and obsessing over their results. And if you're obsessed with anything at all, you should be obsessed with yourself. You should be obsessed with your story. Become your own muse. The way you watch others and you admire them, like, wow, they did this, they have this. Also look at yourself and admire yourself and be like, wow, I did this and I have this. Even though you may not have every single thing that you want right now, but life is an ongoing process, and you should be obsessed with growth towards making that progress. Because the only way to stop feeling jealous is when you start becoming. If you're super lazy but you want to be someone else, if you keep waiting in that, oh, I want to be someone else, you're definitely going to be jealous of whoever is that person. But once you start becoming that person, once you start becoming your dream self, jealousy starts to fade away, because becoming and jealousy can't coexist. Anytime you feel jealous, it's your responsibility to reframe that jealousy. You can say out loud to yourself, I feel jealous because she has this. I feel jealous because she's working her dream job. I feel jealous because she's working my dream job. Then this is now a sign for you to work even harder towards getting your own dream job, because there's no need to feel jealous of someone else doing their own thing in their life and feeling like it's the end of the world. Because if it happened for them, it could definitely happen for you. There's nothing that is so wrong with you, or nothing that is so special with you that it's not going to happen. Do you understand? So it's not about them, it's about you. It's about the gap in between you and your dream self. So instead of spiraling into sadness and feeling like it's never going to work out for you, take this as your sign. Once you've identified the habits that you're lacking, whenever you feel anger or whenever you feel that rage or feelings of jealousy, go and do one thing that would push you towards becoming your own dream girl, your own dream person, that will push you to living the life that you desire or living the life that you're jealous of. And with all this, you shouldn't be copying, you should be learning. Don't have a goal to do better than her, or don't have a goal to make your own life even more better or more glamorous, because now you're chasing after the wrong things. What you should chase after is trying to make your life better than it was, trying to make your life look more like what you desire, what you truly want for yourself. And if you truly want to become your dream self, self-awareness is the first step. Once you figure out the habits that make you feel jealous, congrats, you've collected enough data. Now it's time to put that data to work. And how to turn this data to work is by, if you feel someone is so smart and you're so jealous that they're so smart, you need to think, how is she so smart? Why is she so smart? She probably reads a lot. She probably consumes a lot of smart media. This is your sign to consume smart media. So anytime you come across this girl that you feel is so smart and you wish you could speak like her or you could think like her, it's your sign to go and read something. It's your sign to consume media that is interesting and media that would make you smart instead of feeling jealous. And always track your progress, because the only way to stop obsessing over others is to start obsessing over yourself. The only way to stop thinking the grass is greener on the other side is to start watering your own grass. Start paying attention to your own grass. Start paying attention to your own self, your own progress. Every time you act out what you're jealous of, the jealousy dies down a bit. And once you start seeing yourself as your own personal project, once you stop neglecting yourself and replacing it with bed rotting and scrolling on your phone, envy naturally dies down. Because your dream girl sees herself as her top priority. She sees herself as her own personal project. Nothing else matters to her than becoming. Something else that we have to remember is that someone else's gain isn't your loss. Just because someone has their dream life doesn't mean that it's not going to work for you. Everyone has their own timeline. And if you want something, you must go and take it. Someone doesn't have to lose for you to gain. So if you are constantly watching, constantly wishing, being delusional about how it's going to all work out for you, saving mood boards but never actually acting out the habits and routines that you're saving, it's time to make a change. Become who you're jealous of. Whenever you find yourself being jealous of another person, think of the habits that made them get to where they want to be and then do those habits. And if you can't do those habits, then you don't deserve the results.